All right, we are
I'm done with
started.
Madden after this season. I am done. I'm done with Madden after this season, bro.
I think everybody is.
I'm not enjoying it, bro.
We're
Like,
live, by
I'm
the way.
winning, but I'm not enjoying that shit.
All right, I'm posting.
I don't
All
enjoy
right,
Madden, bro.
here we are
I
back
don't.
for a predictions video. Week 10 of season 3. We haven't done one of these in a little bit and had a couple people on, so it'd be a good idea to knock one out. Joined by Chapo and G's. Y'all know what they sound like. We'll go ahead and start this off with our players of the week, nationally and in each conference. Then we're going to do Heisman, and then we're going to go into our actual predictions. So we'll start with players of the week for the national players of the week.
All right. So for offense, representing the Big Ten, we got Cole Cabana from the University of Michigan. He had 13 carries, 122 yards, averaging 9.4 yards a carry with 2 rushing touchdowns, along with 7 catches, 121 yards receiving, averaging 17 yards a catch with 1 receiving touchdown and a blowout loss to Kansas 65-38.
There ain't no way you said his name like that. There ain't no way that's how
It's
you think.
Caleb, man.
What did he say, Caleb? Caleb is how you say that.
Or said Cleve.
I ain't never. Okay, so my
Nah, what's
bad.
crazy
My
though, some
bad.
people do pronounce that shit like that though.
That's
So
my
you can't
bad.
even get mad at him for it though.
Let me refrain. I ain't never heard somebody say Caleb.
That's
Okay, all
some
right.
that's some up north shit, and I ain't gonna lie to you
Yeah,
though.
it gotta be. It's gotta be. All right, my bad.
Drop should have really lost that fucking game, man.
I I didn't get to watch the game, but it looks like it was a close one.
I watched the game, bro. It was back and forth. Like CJ went up by 14 points and then just miraculously let Drop come back, and it was a shootout from there. But
All right, moving
I
on to
mean, if Drop play like that against me, he ain't coming back.
moving on to the ACC.
All right, for the ACC, we got I said celebrating. We got Lenore Sellers with 13 of 17 passes with 354 passing yards, 3 pass touchdowns with 2 INTs. He was sacked twice. He had 8 carries for 84 yards and 2 rushing TDs, and a blowout victory against Florida, 44-28.
Sheesh, couldn't be me.
All right,
All right. Big
for the Big
12.
12 offense, we got Noah. What? Fafita? All right,
Yes,
Fafita.
that's how you say it.
Fafita. Quarterback. He was 28 for 39 passing with 342 yards, 5 passing touchdowns, with 2 carries on the ground, with 6 yards, with a win against Washington, 42-27. Yep. For the Big Ten, we already spoke on this guy for offense, so we're just gonna go to defense for this one.
That's the player of the week.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
All
All
right.
right.
For the best conference in Big Cap, we got the SEC. Offensively, we got Mike Matthews and Rocky Top with 7 catches, 184 yards, averaging 26 yards a catch with 3 receiving touchdowns, and a Game-winning drive win against Auburn, 42-35.
Loss. All good. Let's go peep the Heisman real quick. Leading the way, as he has been all season, Fernando Mendoza for Cal. It's KJ.
Straight
He's
force wins.
yeah,
Fucking crazy.
he's only got like 2 user games played. And you got Jaden Otts
Fucking.
right behind him. Julian Lewis for Ryan up there in third. We got CPU in fourth, and then Brock Vandergriff of Kentucky up there in fifth. That's
Fucking
Ryan.
Ryan. Well, how many games he played? Like 3?
I think so. I think it's something like that. I'm not
Uh,
even gonna go through
a
all
lot of these
these
undefe-
awards,
a
but
lot of
I'm
these
just gonna.
teams that's undefeated shouldn't even be undefeated. If you ask me,
Yeah, I
motherfuckers
mean
would have
you'll
lost.
see it as we get into like the user games who's actually good and who isn't. There's a lot of people that
But don't
have
you
really
worry, it's coming soon. Some of them
really
teams
good
gonna be
records.
dropping.
Right here you can see the top 25. I'd love to see that we have users in the top 14 spots, and then 16, 17, 19, 20, and 23 are all users as well. So hopefully we'll only get one CPU in these playoffs. Let's go
Which
ahead
is
and
the
get.
12th seed, which we can't really control. So it is
Yep,
what it is.
absolutely. All right, moving to the predictions. Starting with the ACC, we got 5-2 Virginia Tech on the road, playing at 4-5 in Miami. Um, Virginia Tech is coming off the 10-7 win last week versus Clemson, while Miami's coming off a 24-17 loss at Georgia Tech. For all these predictions, we'll go Chapo G's than me.
All right, so for this game, Virginia Tech is on a hot streak right now. 2 games back to back, winning, um, demanding to get to the ACC championship. I like Virginia Tech on the road in this game. Miami's struggling right now. Can't figure out what to do. It's kind of arcadey over there for them guys to play. So I like Virginia Tech winning this game. It's going to be a close one. I don't see this being a blowout margin for neither team. I like this game ending in a field goal. I'm going to say 17-14.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, hell nah.
Ain't no way,
Get them out of
dog.
here.
Put the fries in the bag, man. Come on. Give me your 3 keys to victory. What needs to happen? Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Defense.
Absolutely. Crazy picking
And
against.
Miami cannot stop the run. So you run the ball and get successful, the game going to be in your hands. Unless
I
you give it to them.
I'm rooting for G's in this game, mainly because Rob has been a thorn this last week. Also, it'd be interesting to see G's win a third game in a row after not winning any for three
If G's win
seasons.
this game, I guarantee Rob gonna
Yeah,
leave.
Rob will quit.
This might be the game he
Yeah,
leaves.
you know who G's biggest fan is? It's definitely Dean, bro.
Yeah, he might push Rob out of the league right here. If Rob loses this game in some
this
crazy
it
fucking way, he might just go ahead and call it quits after this one.
it is a rivalry game, so one of them get a rivalry game here. I'm gonna have to take Rob here. I just have to believe that at home, especially, he'll do enough to win the game.
Nah, I like G's
So,
in this one.
I got Miami winning 21-13.
Hey, G's,
Next,
prove him wrong.
we have 10th ranked Georgia Tech, who is 7-0, playing on the road at 4-3. Clemson, that is Peso at EFLY. It's a rivalry game. Georgia Tech coming off the 24-17 win over Miami last week. Clemson coming off the 10-7 loss to Virginia Tech.
All right, this game right here, of course, Peso. He's back in his groove compared to last season. Off to a hot start. ranked 10 in the league. E-Fly had a great week 1, lost to Florida Presbyterian week 2, and it took a devastating loss to Virginia Tech in the upset to become unranked. E-Fly don't know what he needs to do. He's rambling, can't figure out what he needs to do to be productive. While Peso, he know what he needs to do, and he's playing good football. I like Georgia Tech going into Clemson and winning this commandingly. And I see this game ending 38 to 17. Mm.
Oh, okay, my bad. Peso is an extremely frustrating user to play. He runs the ball, he runs it effectively, and he plays great defense. I'm expecting E-Fly to turn the ball over a couple times here. Peso is not going to
Hmm.
turn it over. Peso will win the game and control the line of scrimmage from the jump, but the score won't look like that just because he doesn't blow people out. Just his
Yeah.
his play style. So I'll say Georgia Tech wins 24-10, but it will feel like a 45-10 win.
Yep.
Next we have the oh god, what's the name of this rivalry? World's largest outdoor cocktail party. I think that's the name of the rivalry. Between Georgia and Florida, it is in Jacksonville. This is the 19th ranked Georgia Bulldogs led by Tim, and then Gabe and his Florida Gators are 4-4. Crucial game on the route to becoming bowl eligible. Last week, Georgia beat Florida. Excuse me, lost to Florida State. It was not 2-0. The game glitched out, and then Florida lost 44-28 to South Carolina.
All right. This is a neutral site game, so no home field team effects will be in play. So both teams will have the ability to orchestrate their offense effectively how they want to. Um, this game is a must-win game for both teams, especially Florida, to not live up to the expectations that they've been having the past 2 seasons. So honestly, from what I've seen from Georgia 2 weeks ago, playing a team that has the same amount of players offensively that this team has, if he comes out playing like he did that week, I like him beating Florida in a close game, 24-21. Yeah, I'd have picked Gabe if it was at home, but since it's a neutral site game, home team won't really, yeah, play a role for real.
This entire game relies on how many times Gabe is going to turn the ball over. That will be the
True
difference.
that.
Um, I actually think that Gabe has the advantage here, being this neutral site, because I think that audibles and being able to change the play affects him more than it does Tim. Tim's going to run the ball. Tim's got better defense. If Gabe plays balanced, like he actually played Savon well last week. If he plays balanced, I mean he can win for sure. I want to pick Gabe to win the game.
I mean,
I'm gonna. God, Tim played really good versus. He played really good versus
Savon,
Savon,
but you
and
gotta
then
also
and
think
then
about it though. Savon and Gabe game was more of a shootout. Tim gonna make sure he doesn't get the ball back, just like he did Savon. That's why that game was so close as it was, and every mistake Savon made cost him compared to the mistakes he made against Florida, and he was still able to fight back. If that makes sense.
is Gabe gonna get stops? That's the question. This is really tough. I don't know who to pick in this game. I think I'm gonna take Gabe just because I have to believe, even through all we've seen, that he is the better user. I have to think that. Um, I'll say he.
Eh.
I'll say he wins close, man, 28-21 or something. But I 100% can be wrong here. This feels like a coin flip. Next, we have the ninth ranked 5-2 South Carolina Gamecocks, led by Coach Savon, uh, going into Tallahassee to play the 3-4 Florida State Seminoles by Coach Alex. Last week we said how Florida State beat Georgia and then South Carolina beat Florida.
All right. This game also, of course, a ACC matchup that can determine who goes to the championship. With Savon taking a big L to Georgia, taking him out of that number one spot. It's a must-win game for him to get into the playoffs. More as Florida State is trying to fight back to get into the playoffs. Savon's on the road. From what I've seen on the road, he plays pretty well against certain teams on the road, and then he doesn't, which kinda is scary. But end of the day, I like the better user, and I'm taking Savon in this game, even though he's going to Florida State. I like him blowing out Alex. 49-14.
Nick Harbor.
Nicholas fucking Harbor.
Oh, no, let me stop playing. Savon's gonna win. Alex, the only way he can keep the game close. I mean, the only way he's gonna have a chance if it's close, so he can run the ball. If he has to throw, he's gonna be in trouble. I think
Yeah.
South Carolina's gonna win comfortably. I'll say 35-14. Moving on to the Big 12, we got the 11th ranked USC Trojans, led by Coach Dave, 6-1, traveling into Austin to play the 5-3 Texas Longhorns, led by Coach Dwayne. Last week, both these teams were on bye.
Um, it's going to be a good matchup. Dave still getting the gist of playing, and while Unc, he's figuring it out, but still haven't put the pieces together with the team that he has. On the road to Texas is going to be tough for Dave making adjustments and all that, but I like Dave winning this game, making a statement in the Big 12. Um, I see him winning 35-17. I, I forgot who he beat. He beat somebody notable though. Mm,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
How you put?
upset alert.
Uh, yeah, yeah. G stole my thunder. I think this is Dwayne in Texas.
Upset
Dwayne
alert.
Last week, Dwayne blows out Chevy. He beat Alex 3 weeks ago, and in between, he has one possession losses to LP and Lenny. Like Dwayne's playing good football. I think it's getting overlooked. I think Texas wins, especially being at home here. I think that Dave is going to struggle, throw some picks. Um, Give me the Longhorns to win 35-28.
Damn it, Dave. Prove him wrong, man. Prove him wrong.
I'm gonna have to see it. Um, I keep cutting you off in the score. My bad. Uh, Jazz is 3-4. She's getting the fourth win. We have the 13th ranked Oregon Ducks at 5-3. That is Reese playing the 7-0 number 2 ranked Arizona Wildcats, led by
All
Coach
these
Lenny.
force win ass teams, man.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. We got Lenny and Reese. I haven't really got to see Reese play but once, and he got destroyed by Dave. Um, I like Lenny winning this game. He's very toxic with his run game. And from what I've seen from Reese, he doesn't play real good defense, let alone offense. So I like Lenny winning this game commandingly. I'm gonna say, excuse me, 38-7.
I think Lenny's going to win. It's going to be a blowout. Reese is not good at all. Last time he played a game, he did beat Jazz. Before that, he got shut out by Dave. I think Reese will get better as time goes on, but Lenny, especially with this roster and at home, is going to win big. I'll go 40. Let me go. Let me go 38-7. 38-10. Next, we have one of our games of the week. The number 1 ranked California Golden Bears at 8-0, led by Coach KJ, travel
Another
into
force win fucking team.
travel
God
into
damn,
Norman
man.
to
It's
play
just
the 5-3
ridiculous.
Oklahoma Sooners, led by Coach LP. Last
All
week,
right.
LP was on bye, and Cal beat Texas A&M 21-6.
Yeah. And hearing that, kinda, I don't know. Having a close game with Chevy doesn't really ring noise in my ears, man. I played K Jack, and it wasn't really a pretty game for him. But he's not bad. He beat Ryan. He won a playoff game. Um, the user games he did win. But LP, he's a notable user. But depending on LP situation depends on this game. So if LP is able to play off the PSP, good internet, I like LP winning this game. Close. 24-21. But if he's on the PSP, God forbid, K Jack is going to blow him out 42-14. I mean, like every time we see LP on the PSP is not a good game. But when
So
he isn't on his PSP, he plays good football unless he makes a mistake and
I
loses
wonder
the game himself.
sometimes it. I wonder sometimes if he has a bad game and says he was on his PSP.
I ain't
I
getting
don't
into all
want to.
that,
Yeah, I don't
man.
want to get in
I
conspiracy
ain't getting
theories.
into that, man.
Who
I'm just speaking of what I see, man.
you got, G's? This is a
I got them
rematch.
there.
What's your score? This is a rematch of the Big 12 title game last year, which KJ dominated, and LP was not on a PSP when they played that game. So I'm gonna take KJ. I think he's a better user than a lot of people give him credit. He doesn't get to prove it very often because of the level of competition he plays. But I think that Cal is gonna win and continue to be undefeated. I'll say he wins 31, 31-21. Moving on to the Big Ten, Mike is 6-2. He'll be getting a force win.
Ooh.
Next we have
Play
the
that damn CPU, Mike.
nine. Mike, um, the seventh. Twan has. Twan
Twan
has.
has.
He's the only one.
Twan. Yeah, he won all his games. He
He
almost
won
lost
all.
to
He
NC.
nearly lost to North Carolina. Um, Seventh ranked Ohio State at 6-1. That's Coach Hayden. Travel into College Park to play the 2-5 Maryland Terrapins. We are happy to have Coach Chap back with us after
Whoop, whoop.
his hiatus. Although not the welcome party he's hoping for this week with this matchup.
You finna get that welcome back. Like you said, I'm gonna piggyback off that. Welcome back, chap. But It's looking like you finna get that welcome back ass whooping this week. Ohio State took a bad L to Mike, and he's looking to take some vengeance out.
At home
And it's
too.
at your
God.
home. Hey man, all I can say, three keys: good defense, limit turnovers, keep the ball in your hands. You may have a chance, but if you don't live to the three keys, Ohio State wins this game badly, 56-3. God damn, man. Jason.
um, I don't want to be disrespectful here. This is gonna be a shutout.
Ah,
Hayden's gonna win 42 to nothing. I just think you take that long of a break, playing up against this type of team. I just don't like it. Hayden's defense, he's got good players, even if his generally Hayden is a decently good defensive user too, although it did not look like it 2 weeks ago. But
man, he got
I'll take
destroyed.
I'll take Ohio State to win 42 up. Next we have the fifth ranked Penn State Nittany Lions, who are 6-1, led by Coach Des, traveling into Boulder to play the 3-4 Colorado Buffaloes, led by Coach Leslie. Um, Last week, Leslie got blown out 34-3 by Hayden. Des beat Mike 35 to 34, stopping a 2 point conversion.
Well, same instance this week. Ass whooping time. Penn State had a bad game against Mike, almost lost that game, so he's looking to bounce back. Uh, keep them recruits coming in. I like Penn State blowing out Leslie, 56 nothing. If they play. God
Jesus.
damn.
Um, Oof. Yeah, Des will win. Des runs the ball. He plays good defense. He'll win
Well, Des finna
comfortably.
try some shit this week.
I'll go 42-7, maybe 42-14. Yeah, I feel good about that. Next, this is Nelly's force win over Jack's. Jack still isn't quite back
God
yet.
damn it, Jack.
Um,
Oh
Moving on
yeah.
to the SEC. Big boy football here, of course, in this conference. We're going to save that top one for last. So we have the 2-5 Arkansas Razorbacks traveling
Mm-mm-mm.
into Knoxville to play the 6-1
God damn.
eighth-ranked Tennessee Volunteers. This is TLU versus Drop. Last week, TLU lost 28-14 to Delvin, and Drop beat CJ 42-35 in Auburn.
Yeah, this is one of those ass whooping games right here. It's gonna be a good game for Drop to warm himself back up after a tough win last sim, getting ready for that hard stretch for the rest of his schedule coming up with Kentucky, me, and I think Alabama as well.
Don't forget the mighty
Not
Mississippi State
Alabama, not Alabama,
Bulldogs.
not Alabama, and 20th ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs. I like Drop winning this game badly. I'm gonna give him 77-14.
77 is nuts. Like,
77-14.
that's more along what I'm thinking. Tlu is not as bad as people give him credit for. He just can't turn the ball
Yeah,
over, and he'll be
yeah, he
fine.
ain't bad, but his defense ain't.
Yeah,
I don't know,
defense
man.
is yeah. Turnovers and defense is the problem. I still think Drop wins very comfortably. I'll go 52-14. Um, Actually, Rocky. Let me go 50. Let me go 49-7. Next, we have the 14th ranked Auburn Tigers at 4-3 travel into Louisville to play the Louisville Cardinals. 23rd ranked Louisville Cardinals. Excuse me, who are
Mm,
6-2. That's
Force one
Delvin.
ass team, man.
Yeah, that is Force wins mostly.
It is. It's all Force wins. All his user games he lost.
He beat T. Lou last week.
Ah, never mind. God damn it, T. Lou. Um, I like Auburn on the road this week. I don't know. Take that back. I played Delvin, and like, even though I won, Delvin has a pretty decent offensive game. Defense, but his offense is pretty decent. Um, I'm gonna take Auburn this game. I don't see it being a blowout at all, but I like CJ winning this game 31-21. 10-point spread.
CJ has played extremely well this year. Close losses to Drop, close loss to JJ. Um, what was close
Games he
early in
should
the
have
game?
won.
Yeah,
God damn it, CJ.
Delvin is fine when he can run the ball. If he has to pass it all, it's going to get ugly. I think CJ wins comfortably. I'll go 35-10. Next, we have our best two games of the week.
Uh
We have
oh.
the 17th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide travel into Stark Vegas to play the 20th ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs. Both teams 4-3. Both teams looking for the first SEC win. This is Twan versus Jason. This is the rivalry game, the battle for Highway 82. Let me
All
hear it.
right now. Bama took a tough L last week in overtime, and Jason took a tough L with 5 seconds on the goddamn clock to take it to OT to have a chance to fucking win.
I had
Um,
I had briefly forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me.
oh no, I'm gonna keep reminding you. But
Yeah.
from what I seen last week, Jason played some good ball against JJ. I was kind of surprised the way he came out and played, limiting JJ offensively and actually producing offensively on his end. Twan, he's kind of skeptical about his quarterback situation. He's kind of scared to throw the ball. So, three keys this week for Mississippi State is limiting turnovers, limiting drives, and scoring. I'm taking the Bulldogs this week for their first one in the SEC at home. I'm going to say it's going to be a close one, though, for sure. And I say Jason wins this game with a game-winning field goal, 24-21.
That's crazy. You ever seen me try to kick field goals?
Yeah, I got faith in you this week.
It better be a 18-yarder center in the center of the field.
I mean, you hit one like 30 something, like
Yeah,
30 plus yards to tie the game for JJ, and then you shit the bed. So
yeah. Broken
let's
clocks are
figure it
right
out,
twice a
man.
day.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. She bought that shirt. Boy, when Twan sees this predictions video. Yeah, I wasn't expecting either one of you to pick me. I'm going to pick myself, and I thought I was going to be the only one to do it. I think that we're playing really good football. We're not turning the ball over. Playing good defense too, especially, which is nice, despite not having a pass rush. Um, the weakest part of my defense is stopping the pass. So If Twan wants to run the ball game, we will certainly let him. I think that we're going to be able to move the ball. My games with Twan have been close every time. Uh, I'll say that I win 20. Let's go 20. Let's go 21 to 20. State beats Alabama.
And what's your three keys, Jason?
Uh,
What
it's
what's
it's
the
def
goal?
it's definitely not winning the turnover battle, not turning the ball over for sure. Um, it's going to have to be being balanced offensively. We're going to have to run the ball well, which is going to be tough against the Alabama front. Offensive line's horrible. Um, I think that my third key is also going to be offense. We have to protect the quarterback, man. When we have drives that we get sacked and put us in second and long behind the sticks like that, third and long, it's really tough to correct that mistake. The holding calls too are constant. Um, so the offensive line has just got to be better in general. And if they play well, we'll win. If they do the bullshit they've been on the last couple of weeks, we don't have a chance. Moving on to our last game, definitely the biggest game of the week, probably the biggest game of the season thus far, to be honest with you. We have the third-ranked Kentucky Wildcats at 7-0 travel into Death Valley to play. It is a night game too, fitting. It's a Thursday night game. What the fuck? To play the
Mm-hmm.
7-1 sixth-ranked LSU Tigers, led by Coach Chapo. Last week, Kentucky beat Mississippi State 37-31 on a walk-off in the last play, and LSU beat Alabama 20-14. Was that overtime? I've already forgotten.
Overtime.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 20-14 in overtime. Both these teams 6-point wins in close fashion walk-offs. Um, it's gonna be a good game, man.
Um, this game probably in the Big Cat League, one of the biggest rivals in the league, as far as the history for the past two seasons. JJ's had my number in the regular season, and I had his number in the offs, which led to me winning natties. Um, Big game for both of us. To determine who gonna get either the first or second spot in the SEC championship. This game is key for us, especially that we're at home. Um, Three keys this week is one, uh, defense. We know what he wants to do. Is more or less limited. He wants to air the ball out, which he's going to have some trouble making adjustments with hot routes since he's not at home. So I'm going to be ready to play that quick game, watching for the shots and letting the D line go to work. Um, Second key, turnovers. Limiting turnovers is key as well. Playing efficient offense. And finally, the last, certainly not least, is being efficient. Every time I play him in a regular season, I have this tendency of just fucking up, turning over the ball, and giving him more opportunities to put up points. Now I gotta fight back when we in playoffs. Limit doing the complete opposite and winning. So we bring that mentality this week. I see us winning this game. I don't see myself blowing out JJ. I don't. I see this game ending in a touchdown drive, last possession kind of thing. Um, it could become a blowout depending on how JJ decides to want to play. But I see myself winning this game to keep my home streak alive, 28-21.
Jeez. Oh, my bad. JJ plays the way that he played against me, he will lose. Um, cannot
That
play that way.
I that's
Can
the one thing I forgot to mention. If he comes in how he played you, it's
he
not going to be pretty.
he really struggled offensively. And he put up good numbers. I don't mean like that, but he was 2 of 6 on third down. He couldn't run the ball. He doesn't try to run the ball. To me, you cannot be unbalanced in this game, especially talking about going on the road where you're not going to be able to make adjustments. You're not used to run the ball as much. Like your passing game isn't going to be the same. And last week he missed a lot of throws um, at home, so it's only going to be worse on the road. Chapo is his own worst enemy a lot of the time, and it's not like at the end of the games. Like
I'm
Chop
definitely my worst fucking enemy, bro. I hate
Chapo,
myself.
he plays well in the fourth quarter. You get complacent in like the second and the third quarters, in the middle of the game. You'll like have drives that should be scoring drives that don't end up being scoring drives. You start and finish well, but
Cause I start shit in the fucking bed doing too
yeah.
much.
I think that you're going to win because you're balanced, and I think you're going to stay ahead of the sticks. JJ is going to be in some tough situations where he has to throw, and you have good defensive backs. Um, JJ's beaten you in the regular season. Like you said, you've beaten him in the playoffs both years now. I've got LSU winning 31-28. I think it'll be 31-21. He'll score at the end and make it a little closer. But yeah, give me the Tigers in Death Valley. Home field makes a huge advantage here.
Thursday
Just
night football, baby.
yeah, it's gonna be a big time game. Must see TV.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna stream that game anyway. Cause I
Yeah,
don't know if JD gonna be able to. I know he talking about internet situation and shit, but I'm probably gonna head and stream that game either way it go.
sure.
Hopefully he can stream it, cause then I wouldn't have to stream it. But worst case, I stream it. Got the
Yeah,
live camera, so it'll probably be interesting to see my reactions to that game anyway. So
thank
I
you,
might,
Coach Blade or CJ face cam.
yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be interesting for sure. That's gonna do it for the predictions video. Appreciate everybody that's gonna watch now or watch later. We've been doing a really good job getting these games in, so make sure we keep at that pace. Everybody, refresh yourself on the rules if you haven't in a while, because
Play them goddamn CPUs, man. God damn.
yeah,
Make them records look real.
as your lawyers, I suggest you don't play the CPU, but
Like ask eFly.
do your thing. Um, yeah, nobody should probably ask eFly anything for a while. He's gonna need some help getting his composure back after last
I
week.
feel bad for whoever he was talking to after the game because they got the bad end of the fucking stick. I was like, God damn, she ain't
Yeah,
played.
yeah, yeah. That was tough to have somebody over watching you. You lose is bad enough, and that person
That was
doesn't know.
so. I know that was embarrassing for eFly. If that was a chick, he definitely ain't get him none that night. He ain't
I
getting none
can't.
tonight.
I
He ain't
can't
getting
play
none
in front of
tonight.
other people. I don't know how people like that shit. I don't like it at all. I like to
Yeah,
be home alone playing.
exactly. I need to be locked in. I don't need nobody
Yeah.
watching me.
Yeah, if somebody's there, they're gonna try to talk and have conversations and shit too, and I can't do that. I need to focus. Like,
Exactly. If you're gonna sit there and watch, you better not talk until
you
after
better
the
shut the
game.
fuck up. Yeah. All right, that's gonna do it.